Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Good morning, you guys. It's Maria from the Fox 11 newsroom here in Los Angeles, and I'm get to hang out with the other Maria. Oh, I watched you on All My Children all those years. And Eva La Rue is hanging out with us. Eva, you may remember her from CSI Miami, of course, and here to talk about something that's really important to you, the Beckstrand Cancer Foundation. Yes?
Right.
So we'll talk about that. And first, let me introduce you to everybody here in the Hangout really quickly. By the way, if you're watching on air, make sure you plus or comment and share the link because you know we love that. And if you have a question, tag me or anyone in the Hangout. We'll try to get it to Eva. Okay, so this is Anthony. He's hanging out with us from Sacramento.
Hey, Anthony.
Piano's in Reno.
Hi.
Joe's in Las Vegas.
Hi.
Justin is in Brighton. He's in the UK.
Okay. Hi.
Monica is in Boulder, Colorado.
Cool.
Matthew is in New York City.
New York.
Paul is in Rhode Island.
Nice. Hi.
Trev is in Yorkshire. He's also out there in England.
Hello.
And Kyle is somewhere here, but he'll probably be back. Okay, so here we go with Eva. If you have any questions, by the way, just get my attention and I'll go to you for sure, okay? I want to just quickly, I'll go to you, Diana, but quickly, let's talk about the foundation and why that's important to you.
The foundation is Beckstrand Cancer Foundation, and rather than being a research or an awareness foundation, which is also very important, this is actually really hand-holding during the time that you have cancer and you're going through treatment. So many times, you know, well, anytime that somebody gets cancer, they can't work because you're going through your radiation and your chemo and you're exhausted.
People do, and I marvel at how they can do it all. You know, it's incredible.
Many times you can't. But then the problem is there's nobody there to pay your mortgage.
Oh my gosh!
And who's paying for your gas to and from the hospital, and who's paying your phone bill and your electric bill. Things. So Beckstrand comes in and pays for all of that during the course of your treatment. Yeah.
Oh, we need you absolutely. Yano, what was your question?
I almost felt bad for asking my question now because that's nothing to do with that.
Oh, transitioning. Okay, yeah, no, that's cool. We'll transition and go to your question.
All right. It's like I actually have a question about something you did a long time ago. You were on a show way back in the day called it was just one episode, I think, but it was Freddy's Nightmares.
Yes.
You remember?
Oh my God! And I was a pig monster who ate the children that I was babysitting. Was it not? Yeah. That was it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I love those shows back then. I was kind of wondering what it was like because like I really like shows like that and Friday the 13th, the series. It seems like every single show that either show did got in trouble for something because those kind of push the boundaries of television. So I'm just kind of wondering what it was like to kind of be a part of that.
You know what? That was the very first time I ever had to have my face, my feet, and my hands cast for a role. So you have to lay still, and they put the plaster all over you because I had to be made into this big monster.
It wasn't claustrophobic to like have all that stuff on your face.
No, I don't have a problem with it. I'm sure some people do, but it wasn't that bad. But it was really, actually a fun episode to do because it's so out there, you know.
Totally different from
gosh, I think I was about 20.
Yeah,
a long time ago. You've got a mean memory, my friend.
I was like 9, but I love
the internet. He has the internet.
I used to watch that show as a kid. It's like me and my nana would stay up late and watch Freddy's Nightmares and Friday the 13th, the series. I have fond memories of those shows for that reason.
If anyone else has a question, get my attention and I'll go to you. I just want to circle back to the foundation really quickly. Why is it so important to you, or how has this foundation touched you so much to be such a big part of it?
About 5 years ago, a friend of mine from high school who was fighting breast cancer, and she had been fighting it for about 5 years. And because she's married to my other friend from high school, Matt Logan.
Oh wow, high school sweethearts.
Yep, they actually married like just out of college, but they were both school teachers, and she had to quit working, so they then went down to a single income household, and that became really rough on them. And then once she had still been fighting it 5 years later and was going into experimental treatments, which are no longer covered by insurance, we were doing spaghetti dinners and pancake breakfasts and charity events to try to make sure that they could still make their mortgage every month. And they were real pillars of their community. I mean, he's a high school football coach at Centennial High, and they together had helped a lot of the kids from their high school who didn't have money for uniform. Just, so they'd always been really active in their community, and the community completely rallied around them. But it was the first time that I saw how devastating financially cancer can be, not just how physically and psychologically, but how financially devastating. And then it was just like 2 or 3 years later that I accidentally, through my other friend O'Day Shakar, who's a designer, a dress designer, and he had cancer and been helped by Beckstrand, and he introduced me to them, and I just fell in love with it. Just fell in love with the mission.
How can we get more involved? There's a website, yes?
There's a website, beckstrandfoundation.org, and we just started last year the first scholarship program. So if you can donate, I mean, I know that the economy is rough right now, but it is money to help these kids who have actually fought and survived cancer go to college, because there's no money left for them to go to college, because their families have used all their money to try to keep them alive in most cases.
Right, and if you can go to college, the prices have it's crazy how expensive it is to get higher education. Trev, yes, go ahead.
I read that I don't know if you want to go here, but this is quite a unbelievable thing. You changed a flight on September 11th. You were supposed to be in one of the planes.
Is that right?
I'm not sure what I want to ask, but that is unbelievable. That is like
it's one of those there, but by the grace of God, go I at the moment. I was pregnant with my daughter at the time, and I was almost 8 months pregnant, and I was living in New York at the time, doing all my children, or actually in between doing all my children. I went back after she was born, and I'm from California, so all my family's out here, and they were throwing me a baby shower that weekend. So we were flying out on that date. The night before, we decided to change our flight.
Like September 10th.
What made you change your mind?
Decided to change it because we didn't want to get up early.
I
wasn't sleeping well because you're big and you're pregnant and you can't sleep, and I was like, can we take the 3 o'clock flight? And he was like, yeah, no big deal. So we changed our flight because I didn't want to get up early and fly on the 8 o'clock flight. And all day the cell towers were out in New York City, so
I'm sure there were some
right. Wow,
nobody could get
that
through.
Flight.
Everybody thought we were on the flight.
Yes, you thought she was on that flight.
It didn't even occur to me.
Frightening.
My friend Anthony's with me.
Yes.
Call him Turkey, Anthony Turk. But it didn't even occur to me that because I didn't even know if everybody really knew what time I was coming in. Usually you tell your family, I'm flying in on Wednesday, I'll be there, and they're not really aware of exactly what flight you're coming in on. Well, by the end of the day, when the cell phones were working again, I had like 15 eulogies on my cell phone, crying, I was dead. It was really...
That was good God.
It's the sort of thing
for everybody, and to be there afterwards.
And all the stories that came out in the months after that people just narrowly missed, like people who had a kid that was sick that day, and so they went into work late. They normally worked in that building, but they didn't because they
Seth MacFarlane.
Just all kinds of stories like that. People who ditched work. I had a friend who ditched work that day and went golfing, and he worked in that building. Just so many stories like that. That just just there, but by the grace of God, that
it is the sort of thing that could turn you religious if you weren't. If you weren't religious, it's the sort of thing that could shift your mindset.
Get on it. You get on religion right away. Yeah.
It wasn't your time at that time. Right?
You know what, though? It's interesting. It takes the fear out of you, because then everybody was so afraid to go anywhere or get on any plane for the next week. I don't know if you remember that, but nobody flew anywhere that next week. And my family called and they said, well, after watching 40 hours of death on television, we still we would still love to have the shower for you. We understand if you don't want to come out, but we'd like to celebrate life right now. And my husband and I looked at each other and we're like, you know what? If we're supposed to go down, either the house will fall in on us if we're supposed to go right now, or we would have gone down yesterday. So let's just get on a plane and go. And it really makes you not fearful, because you know that if you're going to get it, you're going to get gotten wherever you are. You know what I mean? And there's not really anything that's going to...
wow. So your daughter is now How old?
She's 10. 10 turning
Wow.
11 in December. Yeah.
Oh, wow. She's big. They grew up
Yeah,
so fast. I
they
can't
do.
believe it's been that. Joe, yes. What's your question?
Hey, Joe.
I was just gonna say my wife had breast cancer, and it's weird because I never even heard of that foundation to help people. So,
Where are you? You're in Vegas?
Yeah.
well, I'm from Maui. That's where, but I'm here in Vegas for this week. But it's just for families and stuff. It's weird that is not so public knowledge, that foundation. So I'm gonna share it on my Facebook, and I think somehow
Thank
get
you.
the word out. Get the word out on that.
And you know what I'm really hoping to do, because it's always been an Orange County-based organization, Orange County, California, and then it spread. We really spread it into Los Angeles, the Los Angeles and Orange County area. And what I feel like this is my mission in life. I'm just going to go city to city until we have chapters everywhere. It's one of those things that's kind of like, why isn't this is so desperately needed? Why isn't it on in every city? Why is it not a staple everywhere? And it's tough because charities are not getting the kind of money that they used to, because nobody has any money to give.
Right. Especially today in our economy, it's so hard to give, but a little bit helps.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the nice thing too is every major city has sort of a pocket, their wealthy pocket. So it's good to do the actual charity event in the wealthy pocket. I mean, simply because cancer hits anybody and everybody. It's not choosy. Cancer will choose you.
Doesn't discriminate.
No, it does not discriminate. And so if we can get the people with a little more money to help us out and start chapters for people, because you never know when you're going to need it.
Exactly.
And you know what? And on this, are we running out of time?
No.
Oh, okay. I met this couple that was there that were actually quite, they were both lawyers. They lived in a big, beautiful house in Orange County, and they both drove their BMWs, and they had a little girl who got leukemia at 4. So she had to quit her job. She spent the next 3 years in the hospital with her daughter. With the 20% copay and with the loss in income and all of that, they ended up asking for help from Beckstrand. Yeah, they were broke.
Wow.
Yep.
So,
That's the way our system works, is it literally doesn't matter how much money you have. You can literally have millions of dollars, and if you get sick and you require this treatment, it'll take all the money from you. That's why we have to reform our medical system, because otherwise, it doesn't matter if you're rich or if you're poor. It's going to take all of your assets.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
One of the ladies.
Monica's had her share.
Oh,
I've lived it. I have lived it. I've been chronically ill since I was 15 years old, and so I've lived in this system. And I tell you,
oh my gosh,
it's not a way to live. It's like trying to avoid death at every corner.
I know.
Do you mind if I ask what you have?
I have a severe case of systemic lupus. I've done chemo before because it's been so bad.
My friend,
I'm blind in this eye, and it's just, it's. I use humor to get myself through, because you have to
And we
at a certain
appreciate
point.
you all the time that you can spend with us in the Hangouts, Monica. We always
Oh,
love
this is great. This is a good way to start the morning.
a great way to spread the word. I mean, I just talking about social media and your dedication to Beckstrand. Social media is just the way to go. I mean, especially
really
today, to help spread the word. So thank you guys for doing that for Eva, and thank you for joining us in the Hangout.
Thanks, you guys. Nice to meet all of you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Always good to meet you.
We have a full house for you. This
I
is
know, it's
the
great.
maximum
Thanks, you guys. I've never done this before. This is really cool.
You should really get it. The president did Google Plus Hangout
Conan O'Brien.
earlier this year. Conan O'Brien.
Were you guys there?
No.
Are you guys the usual
No.
suspects?
Well, we tend to be that a few of us are in a lot of the like, for example, Jerry Ryan, when she did one, it was basically
Jerry
everybody that
Okay.
we all knew each other.
Yeah.
But,
If you want to, I mean, it's really, I talk about it with some of the celebrities that come here, but I know you're on Twitter and stuff, but this is like Facebook and Twitter are not married to Skype, but on this higher level, and you can use it to broadcast whatever you have to say.
Do you guys all tweet?
Not all. Some of them do. Yeah.
I'm at Eva La Rue Capu.
How do you spell Capucho?
Someone else.
Capucho is my married. Well, Capucho is my married last name, so it's Eva La Rue, EVALARUE CAPPOO.
I thought I put it here,
Eva La Rue
but
Capu.
let me see.
Captain Noma does the
Somebody had
handles.
stolen Eva La Rue, so I had to be Eva La Rue Capoo.
I put Eva La Rue.
That's cuter anyway.
You do have it.
I do have it.
Okay.
Okay, I got it
Cool,
right.
cool.
Phew. I was like, oh. All right. Oh, good. Well, thanks for hanging out
Thank
with
you.
us.
Thanks so much.
Ooh,
Really
thank
good to see you.
And thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
I'm
First
going.
off, picture.
Thank you.
Well, you take
Oh,
a
picture.
Oh,
yeah.
Here's a camera right here. So.
Cheesy.
Yay.